What's up, guys, and welcome to part 3 of modding your PS3 controller. Now if you look here, I've got certain pieces torn apart. I've got the PCB board, I've got the rumble motors. If you look, let me get my focus on. The rumble motors here are loose and they are just hanging freely. Now I have the option if I want to take these off or not, and they're really easy to take off. If you look at the back part of the board here, and let me get a good focus. All you have to do here is, let me get my shit. Where's my screwdriver? Ooh, excuse me, guys. All you have to do is you're gonna solder them right back here. So and we'll look on this side, that way you can see right here where I'm holding this screwdriver, that's where you would hook up your flashlights, and that's also where you solder your rumble motors if they come loose. The positive is obviously red, the negative is black. And what we're gonna do to get power to our center LED mod is we're gonna get power from this row right here. The very bottom one right here is going to be the negative, and the one just above it is going to be the positive. I'm going to show you how we're going to check that here in a second, but I just want to show you some up close. If you want to attempt the flashlight mod, you wire into these two, or you wire into the other side too, depending on what flashlight effect you want to get. But in this particular video, I'm actually going to wire in two smaller 3mm LEDs, and I'm going to wire one to this side, and I'm also going to wire one to that side, so I can show you what effect that gives us when we're playing the game. When you look at the front here, you'll see those two black marks there that I made, and those marks are where I'm going to drill through, because those are the only marks that I've determined that's where I can put my lights, so I can have my lights flowing through the back of the controller, because it's changed a little bit from the way it used to be. If you look at this film here, the only point on this film that needs to touch is that very center one, and that's all we're going to touch in order to enact the controller, or actuate it, if you will. And if you look at this button here, I've cut it all the way out, and you can see the only part that's actually going to touch is this piece right here. I've cut all the rest of the points out that used to look like that and like that. I cut them out, so, and I've already tested that one point touching was kind of cut off right in the center right there, will enact the controller, turning it on, turning it off, and that's all you really need that for. So now that I've shown you some stuff there, what we're going to do next is get into the actual drilling and stuff. I'm going to use my Dremel tool, and I'm going to get in here, and I'm going to, I'd actually need to tighten this down before I start drilling. I'm going to drill out the holes I was telling you about, so stand by while I do that. And I'm just boring them out now, making me a pair of eyeballs. And I'm not 100% sure this is gonna work, guys. I'm just, if I tear this controller up, so be it. I'll just have to go buy another one. But I'm doing this, I'm sacrificing my controller so you guys don't have to. Now, before you cut too much and get all hacksaw, definitely check your LED to make sure that it'll fit in the hole that you're gonna make. You do not want to make the mistake and overcut your hole, make it too big. So what I'm going to do is get some of these small LEDs, and they are tiny. They got I've got 3s and I got 5s, and I'll show you the difference between the 3 and the 5, because there is a big difference in size, just so you can see what I'm talking about here. I'm gonna hold them up side by side and give you a peek at the difference in the size. The little one is the 3, the big one is the 5mm, and I'm gonna be using 2 of these to make my effect. Now, all I'm gonna do next is, if you look here, and I'm gonna pull it up so you guys can see, I'm gonna test fit this thing to make sure that it goes through the hole, and this is almost a perfect fit on both sides, without much trying. And if you look at my holes there, I just drilled 2 holes. I'll make sure they're nice and flush so I don't have any contact issues, and it looks like they are. So the next step is we're going to test and see which color LED we want to go with, and I'm going to show you a simple way to test to make sure that your LEDs are on point. Let me go grab the computer. Stand by. I'll be right back so I can show you that. Alright guys, easy way to test your LED lights is to plug up your USB that came with your controller and plug it into a laptop in order to give your controller some power. Excuse me, I hate to bump that. Once it's powered, you'll see these lights here you'll see those lights going off. That means you got power to this controller. So all you have to do at that point is start doing your testing, because those LEDs are indicating that your controller is hot and that you have power. So don't like wig out or anything.